Sup, bitches? This is week 4 recap with me, the commissioner. I'm elated to say this is actually during the Chicago Dallas game because Dallas sucks, and everyone knows they're not as good as the Texans, and everyone from Dallas here can suck it because they also know that they're not as good as the Texans, and fucking all those goddamn fumbles that Romo had today, and all that shitty ass play that team has. Well, they can't beat the fucking shitty ass Bears, and let's stop talking about them. So I'm going to do this now. Sorry for last week and not actually completing this or doing this last week. I got busy, I got lazy, and I got Borderlands 2. Suck it. Anyways, we're going into this week going straight in. Paul's team Ramrod avenged his week 1 loss against Ashton for 111.2 points and 96.9 points. This is my division. They're both also in the division, so this is perfect because I can come back and kick some ass. This was a killer week for Andy Dalton, Paul's quarterback, who over the past 3 weeks has averaged about 25 points a game. And he also had Marcus Colston shredding Green Bay's defense for 23.1 points. It wasn't a good week for Ashton, however, because his Malcolm Floyd, well, because he has Phillip Rivers sucking balls and not actually throwing it to a certain receiver every goddamn week and just passing it around to whatever the fuck he wants, got 2.7 points a game. I feel you, Ashton, to have Robert Meacham and fuck, he's passing it off to his third-string running back more times than he's passing it off to his first 2 wide receivers. That's awesome. Anyways, I beat Ramnik this week, and it's currently 109 to 104. It's going to get higher because I have Brandon Marshall still playing, who's kicking that shitty-ass Dallas Cowboys team by a lot. This was on the back of Marshawn Lynch with 22 points and Alfred Morris getting more than 100 yards and a touchdown against very good Tampa Bay run defense, which I will think will be a top 5 run defense by the end of the year. What can I say? Ramnik, you suck! You suck, you suck, you suck! You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck! And this is also meaning that Karan, you're not going to get the worst team award anymore. It's going to switch to Ramnik and everyone. Now that Ramnik is the only team that's getting on the defeated list and has yet to win, let's make it our goal to make sure he doesn't get a win this year. I think it's possible. If I can beat him, so can you. So please try and make sure to not lose against Ramnik. If you do, you will be shunned by me and hopefully everyone else in this league. Sorry, Ramnik. It's the goal. It's decided. I've already made this as a commissioner's choice. Anyways, going into the next game. Team John Vogelgesang again defeated his mother, Lion, in a very horrible fashion, currently at 119.4 to 57.4 points. That's more than double the amount of points that Lion had for the game. Many thanks to Breeze's 33 points and a solid game from Gronkowski with 15.4 points. Lions-Packers defense didn't help him with a negative 3 points against New Orleans, and Reggie Bush having a crappy game with 6.4 points, and Doug Martin's rookie season being a rookie season with a 4.6 points. What can I say? John is looking very good last week in his win against Lion. So they played the past 2 weeks. John had more than 115 points, correct me if I'm wrong, on the bench. It's a pretty fucking stacked team, John. Congratulations so far. Elias's Foster Stronger is also 4-0 with John, beating Karan's Bolting team again, a matchup we saw in week 1. This was a 107 to 100.7 point game. This was a rough one for Karan, which I believe he would have won if Jake Locker didn't get hurt in the second drive of the game by the Texans, finishing with a negative 0.4 points at QB. That's rough for anyone. I'm sorry, man. Elias's Matt Ryan had another solid game with a 26.6, and he's averaging over 25 points per game this entire season. That's a studly statistic, and I think that it's only going to stay that consistent, maybe a little bit lower, but he's definitely going to be a top 20 point per game quarterback for the rest of the year. Congratulations on a solid pick, Elias. That's what's going to help you win a lot of games this year. Ashton is currently beating Stefan 110.2 to 82.6 on the back of the fuck you bitches Brady scoring 33.6 points and his running back Stephen Ridley getting 22.6 points on a 100 plus yard game and 2 touchdowns. Stefan deserves shame points for playing Kenny Britt though. He's on Tennessee and he was out for the game. What can I tell you, man? You should have been able to pull that guy out. There's apps of ESPN Fantasy Football League app that you can just put on your phone or whatever, man. Figure that out. K-Shit Spartans is beating Herman's Niggers 108 point Niggas 108.5 to 86, a repeat of last week's matchups. K-Shit is just having solid production all around. But I will say this, the New York Jets offense sucks balls. The 49ers defense, K-Shit's defense, had 27 points for the game. That's awful. I don't know what else to say for the Jets. Offense, they suck. Congratulations for playing such a mediocre team and banking on it, K-Shit. That honestly solidified your win. Herman also gets shame points for playing Dustin Keller, who's been out for consecutive weeks. Alright, my thoughts on this past week. I'm sorry to you guys. It should be on top of my game, as it seems that some of you suck at setting up a lineup. Please check and verify it's good Saturday afternoon, so you should be okay that your lineup is set and safe. If it's still questionable, or if you have anyone probable, questionable, doubtful, kind of keep in mind on that so that when you check it out Sunday morning, hangover at night, you can quickly change him off. I will try to make more of an effort on that this week to ensure people can actually have really well set lineups. So at the top of the leaderboard, JV is 4-0 and so is Elias. I think if they have a matchup anytime soon, I would go with Elias. He has a lot more stars on his team. I think JV has had a lot of good help with Trent Richardson kind of having a breakout season, especially as a rookie, but that never really lasts for rookies, and so I'm going to go with statistics and say that having a bunch of stars like Elias does will help you win a lot more games. So at the bottom of the barrel, it's me, Stefan, Karan, and Herman at 1-3 with Ramnik still 0-4. You guys, again, let's make it our goal to make sure that Ramnik never wins a game this season. It's possible. It can be done. As long as you guys can get stuff to work out. That way, I won't have to switch this worst team award to anyone else, and I can just leave with Ramnik, making my life easier. Alright, so next week, we have a couple of matchups, a lot of them repeats. I play against Paul again for a divisional matchup, with Paul currently being a 9.4 point favorite. Ashton's Fingerblast is playing against JV's mom, Lions team, with Ashton being a 27-point favorite. I think this is actually a pretty closer one than people think, and I think Lion can bounce back on this game if he gets a running back and trades for one from this guy. So, anyways, in the next game, the game of the week, I would think, is JV's Vogelsong playing against Ramnik, which is a 9-point line, surprisingly. This is a 4-0 to an 0-4 team. Who knows? JV, you better win this game. I'm hoping on you to win this game. So we'll see. But that line is so close that I'm going to call that a toss-up for the time being. I'm sure later on in the week it's going to get higher for JV. Karan's Bolting team is playing against Stefan's Yes We Can in a 1-3 matchup. This is a 27-point favor for Stefan. I think this is a pretty fair thing, and I think Stefan can win this out. And the biggest fucking favorite I've ever seen in my life, Foster Stronger is a 66.8 favorite over Herman's Niggas. That's bad, Herman. That's bad. That's the worst I've ever seen, so... Alright, sorry, I had to laugh about that, because that's... 66.8 point favorite over Herman. I would have to say Elias is going to win this game. And if he doesn't, then wow, it's a big shocker. And Herman, you can laugh all you want, but that's a horrible lie. And then Waffle Skates versus K-Shit, with K-Shit being a 40-point favorite. That's a pretty solid win. I think K-Shit will be able to have that in the bag. He's just got solid running backs, which surprisingly I didn't expect at the first half of the season, but it's working out. Anyways, this is the Week 4 matchup. I hope you guys are good with this, and I will see you next week.